What's up, boys and girls? It's your boy Money Mark. We back again. All right, here we are, back and better than ever. You know how we do it, right here, getting down on the Money Marcos channel. All right, on the Wrestling Gamer Dinner Mark channel, the Money Mark channel, Mr. Frosty channel. You know how we do it. All right, so welcome to the show, boys and girls. All right, today we are going to look at the second part of the title of this channel, games. All right, it's going to be another game. Now, although it's not going to be an unboxing, or it's not going to be any of the usual nonsense or mayhem that we do on this channel, today we might actually, and it might be educational, we might actually learn something today. It's a first time for everything. All right, so this is involved in video games, and most notably, how to tell the difference between them. All right, now I know what you're thinking. If you're a gamer, be like, "Oh, this is boring. Why are you gonna do this?" Yeah, but not everybody is, a gamer. Not everybody thinks that way. So, some people have questions about deciphering which games will go for which system and what they look like. So we're just going to focus on one type. We're going to cover the three major systems: Sony, Xbox, and Nintendo. All right, but we're just going to focus on mostly. We're going to go in depth on Xbox, and I'll tell you why. You'll see why once we get into the video. All right. So yeah, so people like gamers like myself and most of you guys, we know what system, what game go for which system. We could spot the color of the box, the color of the case, and we know exactly what system it's for. But some people, like some of the kids, some of the parents and grandparents, who never played a game, they never played a video game in their life. They might be buying games for their child or grandchild or their relative, niece or nephew, and they might not know heads or tails what game from what game. All right, so that's where your boy Wrestling Gamer comes in, and we are going to navigate the treacherous waters of finding out which game goes to which system. All right, so with that, let's get right into it. All right, and okay, so this is the original Xbox right here, the OG Xbox. Okay, this right here, this is the original Xbox right here. You see, the controller ports in the front, got your eject power button, Xbox. Okay, Blue and 64. That's another story. That's another video for another time. All right, but we have down here is the original Xbox. Okay, that right here is the OG Xbox right there. Okay. This right here is the Xbox 360. Okay. See right here, Xbox 360. All right. Right there. Okay. And this right here, this is the Xbox One. This is the launch. This is the very first version. This is a launch version that came out. This is the very first one. All right, this is the special edition Forza, but it's the very first Xbox. It's pretty big, you see. So this is the first version of the Xbox One that came out. This is the Xbox One S. This is the C1 series, up from the original Xbox One. Okay. See in the back, the Xbox One S. Okay, this was the first redesign. Like the slim Xbox One. I guess it's slim. Okay, so this was the first redesign for the Xbox. Okay. And this right here is the newest Xbox, okay? The Xbox Series X, okay? Looks like a tower of some sort, all right? But that is the newest Xbox right there, okay? The very newest one. All right, so welcome back, boys and girls. All right, so So we got over here. So we have just as typical. We got a standard PlayStation game right here. Okay, so we have, this is just basically PS1 game right over here. Look at that. See, you say PS1 PlayStation. All right, it is nothing too special. Nothing too out of the ordinary. You know, see, you open it up. See, you know, Madden 97, see, PlayStation. All right, and these original PlayStation games came in regular plain jewel cases. All right, so pretty much like a music CD comes in. All right, they're pretty plain. All right, so all right, so this was original PlayStation. All right, so there you go. That's original PlayStation. All right, now moving on to PS2. Okay, as you can see, put it there. See, PS2, PlayStation 2, Naruto Ultimate Ninja. All right, and now we see pretty straightforward. All right, you see it says PS2. All right, see right there. See PS2. All right, PlayStation 2. All right, and then PlayStation 2 across the top. All right, and then inside. All right, game said PlayStation 2. See right across the bottom. All right. So there you go. All right. The newer games came with a last time it came with a PlayStation card, memory card holder. All right. So these are the launch PS2 games did not. The first few of them did not. Like, and they had and some early PS2 games came with a blue background, a blue disc bottom. Those are the launch ones. All right, there were this like DVD. Now these DVD ROMs now they use using the blue ones. Okay, and then after that, that's PS2, and then after we have PS3. All right, which was, you see right over here. Now some models of the PS3, this is the later version. Some of them were red, and it said it said PS3 across the top. All right, but these are the re-release came out. There's a little bit shorter. All right, so we'll get to that more on the different cases in a minute. All right, so they abandoned. So PlayStation 2 abandoned the big long cases. All right, and then went to the short cases. All right, see there, right there. The PlayStation, see PS3. All right, right across over there. All right. So that's good. See, right, PS3 right over there. See it? All right. So, and then so you see how this is the PS2 case. It's kind of like a bluish. You can't really see it, tell here, but it's kind of like a blue, not really like a black case, but like a dark. But this is kind of like a bluish, darkish hue. And PS3, they were clear cases. All right, clear plastic cases. This little space up here. Okay, and then PS4 adopted a blue case. See, it was over here. See, has been Hero. See, PS4. All right, pretty much straightforward. You know, PS1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Look over here, see, it's pretty. And at this point, most of the games were like, you can read instructions online. Okay, we're not going to put instructions on there. So PS4, clearly see on the bottom. All right, see PS4. All right, see right there. All right, now PS5. All right, see you over here. PS5, see, nice in order, right over there. PlayStation 5. Boom, right across the top there. All right, see, there you go. All right, nice blue cases. All right, see controls in the instruction book. All right, PS5 right across the bottom. PlayStation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they still got the blue case from PS4, but they clearly marked PS5. You can clearly distinguish PS5. All right, so you can clearly distinguish all of those. All right, so next we're going to start with the GameCube. Nintendo had a lot of other stuff, but this is more, they started going with these. All right, so this is the Nintendo GameCube. All right, see, they said it on the bottom over there. See right here, it says GameCube. See, Nintendo GameCube. All right, see, there you go. See, GameCube. All right, they had it on the bottom instead of the top. You see, and see GameCube exclusive games. GameCube right across steps. You can tell it's only for the GameCube. All right, so there, you know, inside, sort of like Blockbuster cases. GameCube used smaller discs. Okay. All right, so there we go. All right. Oh, and all GameCube games came standard with a memory card holder. All right. So, all right. Next came after the GameCube. See the cases were they're the black and like dark cases, and came like that. All right. So next we have was the Wii. All right. The Wii. All right. Now the Wii was a clearly distinguishable, or white cases. All right. See, there we go, nice and bright. All right. For the Wii. All right. Now this was Nintendo's first full size, first foray into the full size CD format market. Okay. Now there you go. All right. So there it is, right there. All right. Nice bright white case. All right. There we go. Okay. So that is the Wii. Okay. All right. And then after it came Wii U. Okay. The game's on top again. All right. See, instead of now they have it. Now they have the on top again. The game's right on top again, and now they switch to a blue case. All right. Well, some first party were pretty much the first party games. Mostly all the Wii U games came in blue, but some I do believe a couple of Mario games came in like I think New Super Mario Brothers came in the red case, and Super Luigi Brothers came in a green case. All right. So right here, look at that. You know, full size CD. Now this would be Nintendo's last foray into the full size CD market, because they went back to cartridges on the next system and system after that, and we'll show you those right now. But look at that. See, perfectly distinguishable. You know, white cases, blue case. Okay. Now this is Nintendo's newest system, the Switch. These small cases. All right, because it got back to cartridges. All right, the Switch cartridge goes right in there, and the little card or something goes right in there, and Nintendo went back to cartridges. All right, so there we go. So that is Nintendo, and now we're going to get to the main event, boys and girls. That's right, we have come to the main event. All right, now, back in the day, you had people watched VHS tapes. All right, ooh, VHS tapes were kind of cool, but now when they moved to DVDs. All right, and DVDs came out with DVD cases, as you can see here. See, it's a regular DVD case. All right, so regular DVD case. All right, so there you go. All right, this is a regular DVD case. All right, now the video game world was like, you know, what can we, as they're, you know, deciding which generation to go to next, they adopted the same size game. All right, so now Microsoft wanted to compete, and they came out with the original Xbox. All right, so first, you know, Xbox games were not online. All right, so this came later. All right, so this is the original Xbox. Okay, it's the original Xbox, and this is a solid green case. All right, so look at that. It's a solid green. All right, so there we go. All right, see Xbox right across the top there. See, Xbox. All right, so this is the original Xbox. Now you see it is the same size, same dimensions as a regular DVD box. All right, see, they're the same. Okay, see, they're the same. All right, so now after that, Microsoft went with the Xbox 360, keeping with the same size. Okay, the Xbox 360. Now, keep in mind, you have the Xbox, now Xbox 360, all right, and the names only get more ridiculous from there. So, they can't be all like be PlayStation number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so here we have the next system up is the Xbox 360. Okay, and these cases are just slightly different, still green, but a translucent green. All right, so look at that. This is translucent green. All right, and right over here, see, nice translucent right over there. See, Xbox 360. Okay, nice little translucent green. All right, so there we go, nice and translucent. Okay, so, and now with the market going, now everything is technology is evolving. Okay, technology is up there. High definition is becoming a thing. So now Blu-rays are a thing now. So Blu-rays are just taking the world by storm. Blu-ray players like $800. All right, and Blu-ray, these things called Blu-rays owned by Sony come out. All right, so you start seeing Blu-rays, this thing called Blu-ray. Okay, I don't know if the ray is actually blue, but oh well. All right, so the thing's called Blu-rays. It's kind of cool. See, Blu-ray disc over there. All right, see, and these really cool things. Now these cases are short, a little bit shorter than the standard case. All right, see, now the standard DVD movie case. Look at this. All right, so you have your standard movie case right over here. All right, Blu-rays a little bit smaller right over here. See, just a little bit smaller, a little bit shorter than the DVD. All right, so there you go, right there. All right, so then Blu-rays are all the rage now, and of course Toshiba doesn't want to be left in the dust, so they came out with their own format. All right, they came out with HD DVDs. All right, so they have to say, oh, let's have HD DVDs, then let's not be out in the cold. So Toshiba has their own competing brand. Now their cases are pretty unique. They come out with like a more like a maroon or maybe like a burgundy color one, sort of like a, yeah, I'd say like a burgundy color. All right, or like a wine, like a brandy color, wine colored cases. All right. So now the video companies, they take notice, and the video game companies are like, you know what? Like mostly like PS4, like I showed you, they adopt the shorter cases, which is the case with PS3 that I showed you. All right, so now, well, PS3 was the first one to get the shorter cases, as I showed you before. All right, so here is the first short case for PS3, because remember, now, see, look at this. See, the cases are the same size. All right, the shorter ones. All right, so PS3 was the first one to come out with the shorter cases, and Microsoft, not to be on the cold, but like, you know what? For our next system, the Xbox One, I know, do not get it confused. Okay, not get it confused. All right, the Xbox, just because the Xbox was Microsoft's first system, okay, doesn't mean anything. It could be the Xbox One. So you got a lot of confused parents and grandparents come in here and be like, do you have any games for Xbox One? And they might be looking for the original Xbox. They might be looking for games for this Xbox, all right, and not this Xbox. Or vice versa. They might be looking for games for this Xbox and got that Xbox. So, ridiculous naming aside, okay, This was the Xbox. This was Microsoft's newest system, launch system. Okay, now see, this is day one. This is one of the first early games for Microsoft Xbox One. See, Sunset Overdrive. You see on the corner here, it says Xbox One. Pretty straightforward. Okay, see on the top over there, it's Xbox One. All right, now some games were exclusive, were console exclusive. All right, see, Xbox One, they were really exclusive. All right, so that was the first series that came out. All right, the Xbox One. All right, and then as they started to, and then after the next system up after the Xbox, played the same games. Now keep in mind that Xbox is using the same color games. See, same color cases, same games. Now, after the Xbox One came an upgraded system, not really a newer system, but basically maybe like a higher definition system. It was called the Xbox One X. All right, there, see, the Xbox One X. All right, so right there, Xbox One X enhanced. All right, and that was the newest system up. Okay, now look at this. You can't really distinguish what distinguishable features are there. The only thing you could do is look, if your game, it said Xbox One X, all right, enhanced. Okay, if you had an Xbox One X, all right, and of course, well, before I'm getting ahead of myself, before that, there was an Xbox One S, which played regular Xbox One games. Okay, but a little bit more definition. Now, the Xbox One X was high definition resolution, 4K native, and Xbox One X enhanced. So these technically, if you said Xbox One X enhanced, those were the games for the Xbox One X. But how are you going to know that? The games they looked exactly the same, cases the same color, same everything. Okay. All right. Now, some of them also went from the Xbox One console exclusives. All right. See, like Crackdown. All right. Now look at this. Still say Xbox One. All right. Still said Xbox One. All right. Still said everything. And now Xbox got to be different. And look at, see, a traditional one. You see how all the other games have the instructions over here and the disc on the right side. Well, Microsoft just wanted to be different, so they switched it. They're like, let's flip the industry on its head and reverse them. Let's put the disc on the left side and the instructions on the right side, or anything else that's there, or any redeem cards or anything on the right side. All right, so it's not when you're opening the game, be like, oh my gosh, it's on the wrong side. Like, no, it's not. All right, so this is the correct way. I don't know why, but they just did it like that. So, all right, and next, after, all right, so now, after the Xbox One S and Xbox One X, okay, like I said, ridiculous naming. All right, now Microsoft had a totally new system, but played the same games, but this one actually played newer games. It was called Xbox Series X. Okay, and they would also come out with Series S, but yeah, it's, a Series S is a little before, and Series X is the newest one. All right, now look at this. Games are the same cases, the same exact color cases. All right, the only little small details that you could tell is you could see right here. You're not going to see Xbox Series X. You see this little sticker on the corner. It says Xbox Series X. These are all the Series X games. All right. And if you look on the spine, easy way, in the spine, it doesn't say Xbox One, only Xbox. All right. And the little ball, little X, it's not green. It's kind of like straight flat white. All right. There's no color to it. All right. So that's one way to tell Xbox One X games. Okay. And there's another way to tell that, is because some games have And some games like these, like came out before, like Tales of the Borderlands, they say on here Xbox Series X and Xbox One. All right. So that's why you can play this on the Xbox One and the Xbox Series X. But looking at it, you'll be able to tell because you look at it and be like, oh, this is Xbox Series X games. All right. Now you'll see it. All right. So now, but you look at it, you see, now they started to come out with a different case, same color cases, look, same color cases. All right. But if you'll look, you see this little green, that is part of the paper over there. That's part of the cover art. And see that that's one is still a little green top over here. So now if you notice, the top, you see, this no longer says Xbox on there. All right. So at the top, instead of being a sticker, it's now imprinted in the cover art, and they moved the cover art up a little bit. All right. So if you broke a case and you need a case for a new game, you got to make sure it's the right one, or it won't fit. All right. So this might be for the right game or the right format. You see, you got this little extra little top, this little margin over here. See right here, they got rid of that, and now it's just part of the cover art. And it tells you you can play the game on Xbox One and Xbox Series X. Excuse me. All right. So that's that. And guess what? There's more. Now, there are more games that you can tell. All right. That are. This is one of the series. This I like using sports games because you can tell what year they changed it all. All right. Now this is Madden 23. Thank you, John. All right. And this game is kind of like, is exactly like this Borderlands game. All right. But look, see the big margin over here? This one doesn't have it. See? Because this one is only playable on Xbox Series X. Okay. It's still got the same margin. All right. Because it doesn't have that anymore. Okay. The little top piece, little margin. It's actually imprinted on the cover art. All right, see Xbox Series X, Xbox One. Now this Madden 23, this is only playable on Xbox Series X. Now they did make it for Xbox One, but I think it'll specify on there Xbox One. All right, so and a Series X. So you specify on there. See, Series X. See right there, Series X. Okay. And this other one over here, like I said, look, see, it's on the side. See, both say Xbox. Okay. But Saints Row, you can play it on the Series X and Xbox One and Series X. Okay. See? And that's just the way. Yeah, so you see those three games. All right. So, and then as you look at it, as you look at the margin, see over there, see this one, see NBA 2K21 still has Xbox, and then as you progress, all right, it's on the cover art. So the margin is the cover art is moved up, the box is right there, no more little margin, only playable on X Series X and Criminal Customs Edition, Saints Row, all right there, all right. So, all right, so. There you have it, boys and girls. All right. And that's it right there. So I hope you boys and girls learned something today. I hope I was able to teach you about the various games going to which systems, and now you're a pro. So now whenever you see the color of the box, you'll instantly know what system it goes to, and you won't be stuck anymore. You'll just consult this video for help, and you'll be able to identify systems and games with the best of them. All right. So thank you everybody for watching. If you new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. All right. Peace out, boys and girls. I'm your boy Money Mark. We out.